Pretty tube map. Now I'm sure you've seen this tube map before. Well, you've seen a tube map before. This one my husband bought me at Motorcycle Live, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Or at least I thought it was gorgeous. I still think it's gorgeous. However, a lot of people have pointed out to me that this thing is riddled with mistakes. Thanks, Jay. Thank you, Jeff. No, I really appreciate they did this, because all I said is, can you date it? And then I got all these replies from them like, it's all wrong. So let's see exactly what is wrong with it, shall we? Because, see, it just looks like an ordinary tube map. But no. First of all, we have Edgware Road, which is spelt wrong, because Edgware Road actually, as you can see, has no E in it. It's Edgware. Never mind. Right, next, High Street Kensington, which should be 2 words, as you can see from this tube map. There we go. And then next we have, what do we have? Yeah, next we have Bank, which should be attached to Cannon Street. Look at that, that's rubbish. There we go, that's what it should look like. And I'm not saying it has to be absolutely accurate, but, you know, at least think, you know. This, by the way, is Gunnersbury, believe it or not, where the arrow's pointing. Whether it's a British Rail station is not too clear. I don't think it is. But there, see, that's what it should look like. Should be Gunnersbury, it should be attached to both the Overground and the Green. Ah, and King's Cross here hasn't even got a duty to say, hello, this is a station. It should look like that. Yeah. Moving on, we also have Piccadilly Circus. Oh no, Charing Cross and Green Park do not, there is no direct line between Green Park and Charing Cross. See, told you. And then we have Regent's Park and Goodge Street, which don't have any indication that they're on the map at all, just that they've been plonked there for no reason. That's what they should look like. They should have a little marker saying, we belong to this tube line, but they don't. And then Shepherd's Bush, spelt wrong, twice. It's got a H in it somewhere, I believe. Like that. There we go. And then we have, oh yes, Waterloo spelt wrong at the bottom but spelt right at the top. Whereas on the real tube map it's spelt right at the bottom and it's not even mentioned at the top. And then we have whatever that is. I can't actually remember where that's supposed to be, so give me half a minute. It's supposed to be Wood Green. Yeah, they missed off Wood Green. Good grief. There you go, that's a few of them. If any of you can spot any more, please let me know. And there, you can go onto my Twitter feed, which I'll post at the end. So you can go on there and have a look at one that's a photo of it that's actually stood still. It's a beautiful little map, you know. Unfortunately, it's riddled with mistakes, probably because of copyright, or probably just because they were lazy, who knows. But I absolutely love the thing. And before I go, thank you Jay Foreman, and thank you Jeff, Marshall, and anyone else who chipped in with like, that's wrong. Thank you for that, that's amazing. I honestly, I spotted the Waterloo one because I'm dyslexic, so I spotted that. But the rest I had no idea about. I wasn't paying attention. So, thanks guys. Well, there you go, that was a bit different to the news videos I normally do. I just thought you might like to see something different, and I just thought you might want to try and help me out and see if you can find any more mistakes, because I'm bewildered with this thing. I expected there to be maybe 1 or 2, but there's hundreds of them. I was so surprised at the reaction I got to this. I really liked it. It was fun. There was a lot of people on my Twitter feed talking about this, and that was interesting. Go on to my Twitter feed, the Little Yorkshire Fairy at Terry of Yorks, and on there you will find a picture. You'll find the thread about this, and you'll find a picture of that tube map, and you can pause it and just look at it yourself and say, oh, I wonder what that is. And if you find anything, please let me know, because this has intrigued me. Because I just thought at first, without thinking about it, I just bought it thinking it was an ordinary central London tube map. Turns out it isn't. Turns out it's fake as hell. So I'd love to hear your opinions on this, and I'd love to see what you come up with. Bye for now.